Hello YouTube and welcome back to Brewing with Magic. Before we get into this spicy deck that you see behind me, I just want to remind everyone that we are giving away a free Strixhaven set booster box on May 8th, and we will be doing it live. In fact, it is our first time going live on YouTube ever, so make sure you're there on May 8th so that you know if you won the drawing. If you want to know how you get a spot in that drawing, go ahead and check the description down below how you can actually be eligible to win the box, as well as our Discord information. We would love to hear from you there, and there is a secret prize if we get to a certain amount of subscribers, so it is in your best interest to share this video with someone that you think might also like to subscribe to the channel. So now that we have discussed all of that fun free box and card stuff, let's go ahead and talk about the deck that we're running today. So here we are, and it is Witherbloom Control. It was given to us from one of our subscribers that goes by Serd Nerdle, and they actually linked this deck in our Azor's Control deck, so make sure you go and look at that if you want to see the original shell that they sent us. But they were having a little bit of trouble, I think they said that they had gotten into Diamond, and then they were kind of stalling out, and we took the deck and we just made a few minor changes, kind of kept the spice and the flavor of what Sir Nerdle was going for, but making more competitive so it could compete on the ladder and just have a better chance against a lot of the current decks that are out there. So what do we have going on? First, we have this huge removal package. Yes, it is a removal package. It has 2 copies of Blood Chief's Thirst, 3 copies of Duress. It's not going to remove something on the board, but it still removes things from their hand, and it gives you a lot of knowledge, so it's still a removal card. We have 3 copies of Lash of Malice. This is going to get around your Toskies. This is going to get around your mono white Selfless Saviors. This is just a really strong card, and it's at instant speed. So really neat addition. That was a Serd Nerdle addition. We didn't put that in, and I really like the tech there. So we have 3 copies of Heartless Act, 3 Deadly Brews. So this is another new set card. So this one has a little bit more text. It was a little easy to read. Lash of Malice there. Target creature gets +2/-2 until end of turn. But Deadly Brew is a little more text. Let's go over it. Each player sacrifices a creature or planeswalker. If you sacrificed a permanent this way, you may return another permanent card from your graveyard to your hand. So the deck doesn't really run creatures if you look at it, but we can pump creatures out because we have a Garruk up here. So you're either using this as just straight removal, or if you happen to have a wolf pup out, whether Garruk's on the board or not, and you use this card, sacrifice that, you can get the Garruk they killed earlier back, a Professor Onyx back, whatever you feel that you need back. But it can be any permanent too, so it could be Mazemind Tome. It's pretty cool. Then we have 3 copies of Inscription of Ruin. It is a removal, whether it's out of their hand, or by making them discard 2 cards, or destroying a creature with mana value 3 or less, or returning, you can also return a creature you have from the battlefield. We're not doing that. We don't have one of those. And then we have 2 copies of Culling Ritual, which is 1 green, 1 black, and 2 colorless. It's a new rare sorcery. Destroy each non-land permanent with mana value 2 or less, and add 1 black or green for each permanent destroyed this way. And don't do what I did. I'm just so used to certain removal cards out there, and in my head I wanted it to be do 2 damage to all creatures. It is destroy all non-land permanents with mana value 2 or less. So yeah, I did that. Then we have a little more removal, but this is our board wipe section. We have 3 Extinction Events and 2 Shadow's Verdict. Hey, if you can't laugh at yourself, don't be playing Magic. Don't be too serious. Yeah, misplays are gonna happen. Laugh at yourself. Anyways, let's move on. Then we have our draw section. We have 4 Mazemind Tomes, 2 Grim Tutors. I mean, you get to search for any card in your library and put it in your hand. I'd say that was a draw mechanic. And then we have 1 copy of Verdant Mastery, 1 green, 5 colorless. You may pay 3 colorless and a green rather than pay this spell's mana cost. Search your library for up to 4 basic land cards and reveal them. Put 1 of them onto the battlefield under an opponent's control if the 3 and a green cost was paid. Put 2 of them onto the battlefield tapped under your control and the rest into your hand, then shuffle. So basically, you're either getting 2 on the battlefield tapped and 2 into your hand, or 2 on the battlefield tapped, 1 into your hand, and 1 into play for your opponent. So I've actually, in the gameplay, you'll see I actually played that 4/4, gave my opponent 1. I got 2 plus 1 in my hand. I needed a whole lot of lands. They didn't have a lot of cards in their hand. I didn't mind giving them a little hug. So it worked out. And then we have our WinCon section, which consists of 2 Professor Onyxes, a Garruk Cursed Huntsman, because this is just a powerful card. Don't get me wrong, I think Professor Onyx is much more powerful at the moment. I mean, I don't know about more powerful, but just super strong. I really, really love Professor Onyx. And it is a newer card. I was going to just skip over it, but in case you are newer to the game or you haven't seen a lot of these Strixhaven cards yet for some reason, it is a 2 black, 4 colorless Planeswalker with 5 loyalty. Has Magecraft. Whenever you cast or copy an instant or sorcery spell, each opponent loses 2 life and you gain 2 life. You can plus her. You lose 1 life. Look at the top 3 cards of your library. Put 1 of them into your hand and the rest into your graveyard. That's going to be good for us, and you'll see why. Then -3, each opponent sacrifices. That's an important word. A creature with the greatest power among creatures that player controls. Toskies, Dream Trawlers, all that kind of stuff. Don't matter. So that's nice. And then last, you can -8 and win the game. No, it says -8. Each opponent may discard a card. If they don't, they lose 3 life. Then repeat this process 6 more times. Powerhouse of a card. Don't get me started if you have a Vorinclex in play. We're not playing one. I'm just saying it's a really strong Planeswalker. It can defend itself. We have 1 copy of the Witherbloom Elder Dragon Belladros. 1 green, 1 black, 5 colorless for a legendary creature. 4/4 with flying. At the beginning of each upkeep, create a 1/1 black and green pest creature token with whenever this creature dies, you gain 1 life. Then you can pay 10 life to untap all lands you control, activate only once each turn. I never really did that. Never really needed to, and I was usually pretty low on life at that point. We don't really gain life in this deck other than with these little tokens and with the, Professor Onyx triggers and the Mazemind Tome. Those are going to be the main ways that we're sustaining. So we're going to take hits against mono red and mono white and these fast rush decks. With all, Leonin and all that, you're going to just have to use your life as a resource, but we can gain life back, but we're not going to be able to trigger the secondary ability that often. But what is absolutely amazing is if you happen to get a Garruk emblem out, and you have Garruk out, now every turn you're pumping out 5/5 wolves and 2 5/5 wolves, and basically every turn, you have one of your turns because it's your turn and theirs, you get 2 4/4 of these little pests. So you could just go absolutely crazy once you have that emblem if you have these 2 cards on the battlefield. And then just to kind of tie everything together and why we don't mind throwing cards in the graveyard and all that is we have a Harness Infinity. 3 green, 3 black, 1 colorless for an instant. So that's cool. You can do it at the end of their turn. Exchange your hand and graveyard. Exile Harness Infinity. So this is a really fun card to play late game. You get everything back. You're going to be discarding tons of cards in most situations, but you're going to take that whole turn, do whatever you need to just obliterate your opponent's side of the board, most likely, then keep your 7 strongest cards in your hand, and a lot of times they're going to concede there, or you're just going to have a game turnaround situation right there. And then we're going to follow all of that up with 2 Castle Lock the Wains for a little bit of extra draw, 9 Swamps, 5 Forests, 4 Pathways, and then 4 copies of the new Snarls coming into play tapped unless you can show a Swamp or Forest from your hand. So that is the deck. If you like this deck or any of the other decks that you've seen us put out, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel. It's completely free, and it really helps support us over here. Go ahead and leave us a comment down below letting us know what you think or anything you'd like to see, such as a deck like this that we did for Sir Nerdle. And without further ado, why don't we get into that gameplay? We have Lovray. Opponent is going first. We have a Snarl the Swamp, a Forest, Lash of Malice, Heartless Act, Mazemind Tome, Extinction Event. Seems like a keeper. If they have a creature in their hand, or a few of them, they're all going to die. Green, Edgewall, Innkeeper. We're going to go with this Snarl. And we'll submit this Forest. And let's see. This is an instant. This is not, but this kills bigger stuff later on. Let's lash out. Let's just nip that in the... Nip it now. That's another Snarl. Well, I mean, we've already shown a Forest, so... And they haven't done anything. They're going to stomp us at the end of their turn, so we'll just throw the Mazemind Tome. And, oops. And get that on the board. There's the stomp. Pretty obvious from there. Green-red, leaving 2 up. Of course that's what is happening. Okay, let's go ahead and scry. Another land, and we have plenty in our hand. So let's ship it. I'm not going to scry again. Whatever we get, we get. It is our Elder Dragon. So we can throw this out since they know we have it. And we get Blood Chief Thirst that next turn. Hold up Heartless Act. Hold up Mazemind Tome. They throw another odd creature, that's great. They fire up that Faceless Haven. Oh, they need one more snow. Okay. Yeah. So, we'll just go ahead and do the deed. Unfortunately, now when they hit us with that Faceless Haven, that's gonna happen. Okay, I'm not gonna do anything because we can draw on our turn with this. So, I want to save this. Another one of those. Those are not gonna be good when they fire up this Faceless Haven. It's just not gonna be pretty. We're just gonna get a Faceless Haven beatdown. Yep. Let's draw a card. Well, that will just fall off it at the end of turn and not kill it. So, we are taking 4. Okay, swamp is the pet. Yep. Let's just draw now. Let's just see what we get. Deadly Brew. I wish. Sorcery. Fabled Passage, and we'll take 4 more. Yeah, I would attack too. Yep. I mean, they're gonna. Why change what you're doing when you're winning? That. Crack that Fabled. Let's gain our life back. Draw with the Maze Mine. Next turn. Garuk. Next turn. Dang it, dude, with this thing. Well, as long as they keep doing that, I guess they're not coming at us with other stuff. Brushfire Elemental, and they can still... Yep. I mean, I can't do this in response because of the fact that it would have... They can just crack again. So there was nothing really to do there. Unfortunately. I can't give it +2, -2 right now. Oh, this turns 5, 9, 9. 9 damage. Oh, they great hinged. Okay, well, there we go. That's a thing. We take 5. Yeah. Ugh. Ooh. We're just getting smacked down by Gruul. Okay, we're gonna throw this out now on the Brushfire Elemental. I think that's how that works. It should die before... Oh, no, okay. It was worth trying out. Yeah, well, I know. Kind of was an oops. So let's throw you out on black. We got a lot of black in our hand. Let's go ahead and Bloodchief Thirst that stupid thing. Yeah, I know. And if they have another Brushfire Elemental, I'm surprised they didn't throw it and double us. They would have killed us. So I don't think they have it. I'm gonna throw the Garuk and let's get these puppies out.
We are the apex.
Hopefully we can. I mean, they could beat us with an Ember Cleave, or I don't even know anymore. They could come at us with a dragon in the air. Scavenging Ooze, not bad. Yep. I mean, we have answers for things in our hand, and then I can bring a card back. What is this? It says you may return another permanent card. I don't think I have a permanent over here, but I will if they kill it. If they kill Garuk, I will. They can't even throw the Bone Crusher now. That's nice. They have a whole bunch of green. They can eat some stuff. That's fine with me. Whatever. I mean, they can eat everything, gain some life, and I'm just gonna pop this Scavenging Ooze for 1 black. Or I can do this, but I'm gonna save this because when I do this, I can get, you know, my Garuk back. Okay. Ooh, that would have been great earlier. Okay. Anyway, so we're just gonna pop this. Boom, pink. Eat some more stuff. It dies the same. I don't want to have creatures on their board. I know I could have cast this. I'll do that next turn. Yeah, take it all. Funny part is that actually is going to affect us later, but I don't think they knew that. They're just doing it to do it. Let's go ahead and ramp this up.
You're not scared of dogs.
Let's see. I don't think I need to do anything else. No, we'll just pass the turn. I mean, I'm gonna swing with these two now. We gotta start being a little more aggressive. Next time we could do Belladros. We definitely can't ever use Belladros' ability, but we'll start creating 1/1s there, 2/2s here, and just gum up the board. Okay, here comes the Bone Crusher. Great Henge is not good for us, but like I said, we can gum up the board. Odd? I like the odd. Oh, come in with that Faceless Haven, please. So I can block. I need some tokens on this thing. I think this... Yeah, I think this will really help out my Garuk, too. Okay. Okay, I can't kill it, but... Oh, what? Okay, we're getting aggressive. Oh, what was that? Okay, let's throw this swamp. I think we get a whole bunch of stuff from doing this. Okay, so the first thing I want to do... Let's do this. Boom. Get a bunch of mana. I mean, that looks fine to me. Resolves. Let's go ahead and... Extinction on odd. Let's just get rid of that. Let's go ahead and make some wolves.
We are the apex predator.
I want to use this, but we'll wait. So we're gonna wait. We're gonna wait. Sacrifice. Yeah. We gotta wait. Because by sacrificing a creature, I get another token. I'm trying to Garuk Emblem, and then, if they would slow down a turn, Garuk Emblem, and then keep pumping out stuff. I want to put this out, but this is amazing. Our opponent is just continuing to do things where we have to. Our plans are being changed, which is good. It means their opponent's playing well. Hopefully they don't have creatures in their hand. It would be nice if they would slow down just a little bit. We're gonna have to attack next turn because of this. Okay, here comes the Faceless Haven. Oh, please swing at me. So I'm expecting an Embercleave, I think. So I think this will save the Garuk. No, okay, you didn't. Okay, now I can Emblem and okay, here we go. We Belladros. Hopefully they can't steal Belladros with another Crone War. Now let's go ahead and Emblem. If they have Stomp, good for them.
We are relentless.
I have Deadly Brew still, Soul Seer. Okay, so we're gonna get a 1/1, which will be a 4/4 every single upkeep. There's Andar's. I can Deadly Brew next turn, sacrifice a creature. Hopefully they make a creature and get Garuk back, and do it all again next time. A great henge and a great henge. There you go. That's when you know you've won the game. Okay, then we'll take another one of those, please. Let's go ahead and throw you out on green. Doesn't matter. Each player I will sacrifice the one with Summoning Sickness to get my Garuk. Let's go ahead and throw this Garuk. And let's make some puppers. Gross. Let's just swing in. Woo! Now we got some juice. But like another 4/4, please. Mammoth. You don't scare me, Mammoth. Good game. Woo! Okay, we have Gather. Brewing with Magic Gather. Ah. Opponent goes first. 4 lands. 4 lands. Okay. Blood, Chief Thirst, Grim Tutor, Shadow's Verdict. Oops. Oops. No. Let's get off of there. Not conceding. Hello? Okay, we'll keep it. Way a lot of land, so I hope I don't draw any more land. Fabled Passage from the opponent. If I was running Cling to Dust, they just gave me a free draw. Garuk was the draw. Pretty big draw. We need to get there. Proxa. I'm going to get rid of my Grim Tutor. It's a Snarl. Slowly snarl and decline and pass a turn. how I feel like you should say that word. Snarl. Third land. Are they going to bring it back to us? Yes, they are. Okay. Let's throw out a swamp because it's fun. Our opponent's not doing much. We're not doing much. It's a pretty entertaining game. Okay, there's a Bone Crusher stomp. They're probably going to throw a Bone Crusher. It's to be expected. Professor Onyx, not bad. Not bad at all. We'll just throw this out on green. And I'm gonna just Blood Chief Thirst it. Next turn I can Shadow's Verdict if they would ever throw out little... I mean, if they would have thrown Mire Tritons. Okay, there we go. There we go. It's not a great Shadow's Verdict because they can still sack it, but hey, we're making them do something. Let's put you out on black. You know what? I spend 4. I would kill 2, but I'd only kill 1. But I get to save the Shadow's Verdict? I don't know which way to do this. Let's throw the Cooling Ritual. Oh, does 2 damage. Oh. Ow! Misplay. I read that card wrong. We just paid 4 to kill a token that didn't even die to us. They sacked it to a Woe Strider. I did that on purpose. I'm baiting them for Shadow's Verdict. We'll go ahead and pass it and take 3 damage. That was a accidental big brain play. Watch. Can you bring it out? No, you can't bring Crocs out. But I could just wipe Crocs out with Shadow's Verdict. I mean, if I Shadow's Verdict, they'll lose Crocs anyways, right? So, maybe that's the better play. Even though I didn't do it last turn and I should have. Let's just get rid of the Crocs. You can sacrifice that to a Village Rite. Still going bye-bye. You get to draw. Absolutely going to be drawing. Put you out on... I don't know if the deck needs like a ton of green. Oh, 3 green and 3... What am I thinking? So, we definitely want this on green. Because that gives us 3 green, 3 black. 1 more. And we can bring all this back to our hand later. See what our opponents got. They really weren't doing much before. Now all of a sudden it must have been their top deck. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I would love to. If I draw a land, I'll go Blood Chief, Professor. Maybe if I don't draw a land, I go Garruk, Gum Up Board. So it's a Shadow's Verdict. So we'll go with the Garruk plan, and we'll gum up the board.
We were born for the hunt.
And if they have a Blood Chief Thirst, then Garruk goes bye-bye. But we keep our Professor Onyx. Claim the Firstborn. Okay. Huh! They don't even have a way to sack it, I don't think. Oh, I love it. Double claim the Firstborn. Maybe they do. What is the Plum? Maybe they have Plum. That was amazing. Egon of Death. There we go. Odd and even. I don't want to Onyx and lose Onyx to some weird shenanigans again. I'm just... Ugh. This is odd. These are even. They're almost out of cards. No. Let's do this on odd. I'm going to Blood Chief Thirst this. I have a Shadow's Verdict and an Onyx. We're going to swing in with both of these. Pass a turn. That's what they did to us, right? They double spelled us, mess with our creatures. Do they have more double spell? Okay, Timmerick calls it dead. Not bad, not bad, not bad. They won't be able to get through right away because we'll hold back the pups, and then we can Shadow's Verdict later once they make their other... Yeah, their other token. It's a land! We'll throw the Snarl. We'll throw the Onyx. They couldn't take our pups last time, and you know they like to take stuff as soon as they can. So we're gonna plus.
Sorry, haven't heard that name before.
I think we take the Lash. What? How many cards are in? Yeah, nah, we'll duress them. We will duress them next turn, which will gain us life, and they take damage. No attacks. Sitting back with our guard dogs. These are now, went from Garuk's to Liliana's. Okay, wow, they have more removal. Okay. Can you claim and get through to my... I mean, if they can kill my Professor Onyx's turn the way they killed Garuk, that is impressive. It looks like a Crowan War. They can. Or no, it doesn't get haste. And oh, I don't think it gets haste. So it can only has this one. They only can hit her for 2, and I can Shadow's Verdict, and we can eliminate this BS. Yes, they'll get 1 back. First, I'll plus, you know, plus Professor. Well, there, yeah, okay. She's not dead, but man, they are.
I got a lecture for you.
Okay, so let's see what's left in their hand. Gain some life. Let's get rid of that Crowan War. Okay, let's plus the Deadly Brew. Let's grab the Deadly Brew to get rid of their next creature that they're about to cast, and let's Shadow's Verdict.
Something useful. Ugh.
And pass a turn. We're gonna gain life from these. I mean, I'll lose life overall. Boom, and there we go. They'll draw a card, but we've got the board somewhat under control at the moment. Nice. Target opponent discards 2 cards. Return target creature card with mana 2 or less. Do I have one? I don't believe so. And then last, destroy target creature. So that's not really a whole lot of value. Let's go ahead and plus the Professor. What does our opponent have? 1 card. I don't want to duress it. Let's Maze Mind Tome. Let's go ahead and throw the Maze Mind Tome. I still have this and this if they do something, so I am going to Grim Tutor. And we are going to grab this Harness, I believe? We get to choose whatever we want back. Yeah, I think that's the play. And what do we got? Green, green, green. Yes, 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 yes. We will take that Harness of Infinity, and we'll hold up the draw. And then we also have the Deadly Brew if they end up throwing a creature. I want my Garuk back. Crocs. That resolves, and they get to throw Crocs. This is interesting. So we'll get rid of both of these because Harness the Infinity. Nice. Now they can't rethrow Crocs. I think that was a mistake. Unless they hit a land. No, did they? Huh. So let's draw a card. Just make sure that's really what we want to discard. We have 7 here. Here's a land. Comes into play tapped. And I already have 7. I'm thinking I'm going to ditch the land, take 3 damage. And you can't throw it unless you drew another black source because you get... Oh. Of course they have it. Of course they got it. So... we can just minus Lily. They'll have to sacrifice this. If that's what I want to do. I mean, I don't know yet. Probably, though. Let's get rid of the... target opponent discards a card. Return target... I mean, this... each player sacrifices a creature or planeswalker, so they'll have to do that. So, I'll submit this. This is cheaper. Extinction Event. Extinction Event. Let's plus her. I'll take a land because everything else is going to the graveyard. I can just get it back later anyways, right? So let's go ahead and extinction on even.
Never thought I'd miss the library.
That way Crocs ain't coming back. Let's throw this land into play. We'll draw a card at the end of their turn. And then if they stop being super aggressive, we'll just bring everything back with this soon. I think we have to be careful and do it soon that they don't make us discard that. That's a resolve. Yeah, bring something out. Bring something out. Okay. Don't look at her. Bone Crusher. That came out of nowhere. That resolves.
That goes on your...
Let's go ahead and draw a card. Oh, hey, Heartless Sacked. Because I get it back anyways. Draw. Throw this. Plus this. Take. It doesn't matter. I'm gonna get it all back. I'll take a land. And then we're done.
Come on, there's got to be something.
So this is, what,
useful.
7? Yeah, so I can actually... I don't think I need to draw any more cards. I gotta be careful. We're gonna run out of stuff here. Our opponent is too. They're down to, what, 6 or 20 cards in their graveyard. We're at 22. There we go. They got something. So I think we need to stop plussing her. So that resolves. I'm gonna swap my graveyard with my hand. And what do I want to discard? Not a land. I'll get rid of a duress. Oops. Resolve. Let's get... I don't need this. Where's this mastery? Let's discard that. Throw it again. I got... So what do we got? We have 9. We'll have 10 lands. Well, that resolves. Pass. My turn. So let's, we gotta get rid of some stuff. Oops. Come here. Heartless Act. Destroy. We don't lose any life here because Liliana's gonna give it right back. Take that out. Take the turn. My turn, please. Let's throw out a land. Where's our Garuk? It's here somewhere. One of these.
You ever listen to the crickets? We are the apex
let's
predators.
throw that out on that. They still have a Crocs in their hand. We already threw our land for the turn. So, let's... Oh, okay. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to do it for Witherbloom Control. Thank you once again to Sir Nerdle for giving us the idea for the deck, the basic shell that we have molded into what you see before us. So it was a blast to play. I love having fun with new decks and making them more competitive while keeping the fun spirit involved. So definitely want to make some changes, and let's talk about what they are and why. So first off, I love this idea of Lash of Malice. It's an instant. It deals with indestructibles. The reason I am replacing this with a different card, and it's Erebos Intervention, if you were wondering, well, now I need another one, is because of the fact that Erebos Intervention does something similar to what that card does, even though it cost more to fire up initially. So, you know, the other card was +2, -1 for 1. So you got -1 for 1. This, the best we can do is -1 for 2. The difference is you gain life. And we just to stay in there a little bit longer, being able to, I don't know, turn 5, or let's say turn 4, kill a Fervent Champion that's just been beating you down, or a Rimrock Knight, or whatever you need to, and also gain life, that is a big deal. So that is really, really the main reason why we took that. But also, you know, it also has a little bit of graveyard hate. So why not? In case you're going against those, you know, rogues, you exile your own graveyard. If you're going against cycling, you definitely want to exile theirs. So now I also felt that Bloodchief Thirst was a little clunky. We can really handle stuff late game with our big stuff, as far as if they have a Planeswalker we don't like, we can kind of get them that way. And I want to add in 2 Eliminates. Now, the reason for these Eliminates over other cards is this deck just didn't have a great way to handle things like Faceless Havens and stuff, and, you know, all of those fun things that come at you. And the reason is a lot of those spells were not instant speed. So a land like Crawling Barrens, Faceless Haven, coming at you every turn that's not a creature on your turn is incredibly tough to deal with if you don't have the right cards. So we can't do it with Bloodchief Thirst, we can do it with Eliminate, you know? So the card that we just got rid of, +2, -1 till end of turn, that won't kill him, but this can late game. No matter how much mana the other one, -1 just isn't going to kill a Crawling Barrens or Faceless Haven. Erebos Intervention does. So these changes all make sense in my opinion. And then Deadly Brew is a really, really neat card, especially if you have an interaction with the Garuk pup that you sacrifice, so you can bring one of your own instances back. But I'm going to drop that down to 2. And then Inscription of Ruin, once again, it is a sorcery. It is a good card. Make your opponent discard 2 cards. Could be big at times, killing, you know. But down to 2, and I want to bring in 2 more, or 2 of these you go over here. 2 Baleful Masteries, which is a card from the new set. 1 black, 3 colorless, instant. You may pay 1 colorless and a black rather than paying this spell's mana cost. If that was the cost you paid, an opponent draws a card. Otherwise, either way, exile target creature or planeswalker. So it's instant speed. In a pinch, you can do it for 2. Otherwise, late game, do it for 4. And it exiles the creature. So once again, just gets around a lot of little shenanigans that your opponents will try to do to you. So that is the deck. That's how we're taking it out next time we go out. I think it is a really fun deck to play. Be careful crafting some of these, you know, mythics though. I don't want you crafting a bunch of these and then it feels bad later. So if you have the cards, play the deck. If you have a bunch of extra wild cards, try out the deck. But if you don't, I'm not saying that this is a craft. Just because I don't know yet how strong Belladros or Harness the Infinity is going to be later on, and so I don't want you wasting 2 mythic cards if they just don't end up great. Karuk's never hurt to craft, and I don't think Professor Onyx is going to be a feel bad anytime soon. So if you like this deck or anything else that we have put out, please give this video a thumbs up. We would really appreciate it if you would hit that subscribe button. Not only do you qualify for the free Strixhaven set booster box giveaway, check the details down in the description below, but you also will be supporting the channel, and it's completely free for you, and it means a ton to us. So please smash that button right now. It doesn't take but a second. So one more time, I do want to say thank you to all of our subscribers. Please join the Discord, which information is down below as well. And as always, until next time, have a blast in the arena.